Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to the Help Coin Home for your crypto recovery. I'm Ripple Van Winkle, and I'm your boss. Thanks again, and have a great day, everyone. It's Thursday, Softball Thursday, even though I haven't seen it. I think tonight is a duel. I'm crossing my fingers because tonight there are two games. But I don't know. I think I'll just show as many places as possible and see what happens. Get ready to play games the right way. If you didn't make it to the live move last night, don't forget that we live stream every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Easterners like this time you forgot about one heck of a show. I meant that TikTok was on the stove. Tweets and YouTube for now, we had a live show going on. That was really crazy with so many questions. It's crazy how much interest there is in crypto right now. And you can feel the power coming from everyone. Everybody knows that we're about to do something great. And the live movement last night on this episode proved it. What are we going to talk about? I will tell you what we are going to talk about. We were given a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about the current fees. We're going to talk about Bitcoin that is about to give through 100 million. Here we are talking about the predictions I made last night. Do you know where we are going to go over them again? So everyone should report what I said because I was so freaking right on. We are going to talk about how Ripple and 500 banks are being added to the lower backup in their area. That's right. That was well said by you. We have a lot to do, and tonight is a duel in terms of what we love to watch. Sit back, relax, and let's jump right into a Bitcoin 980,000. That's right, 98. 1,550 Ethereum is now worth 4,495% more than it did 24 hours ago. It's up 6.43% right now. Both USDT and USDC are coming in at their dollar pegs as XRP. It's moving forward and chugging along. It's kind of stuck in a rut, waiting for his next burst to that $1.50 to $1.75 set level, which is coming soon at $1.13. I think I already said that, but I'll say it again, don't cook dinner. $3.260 trillion is how much the Forex market is worth. What's the next step? It's very clear to me, XRP is moving. Sorry, Bitcoins are going to 100,000. It will kill 100,000. It's really very simple. I'm sorry, I was looking at something about Ethereum and made a guess last night while Ethereum was around 3,000. I told you that Ethereum is close to moving on a real winner. A loud bang and a boom lets you know that the price is up 6%. XRP is going to look like it broke out. Link chain, where is Chainlink? Chainlink just said something big about what to do with Swift the day before today. That will rip us apart right now. A lot of people come into the memes and ask me questions, right? Would you recommend a good type of coin for someone with little money who wants to take a chance or make a mistake? It's a clean answer to that problem because what you're looking for is something with a great low supply. The lower the supply, the better it can move the extra capacity that could pass. You should know about these land lots, and I'm going to go over them and talk about them. You're the first one to hear from me. Boss One keeps sending out what they call ideology, goes by using the ticker of concept right now. Chart doesn't look great, but that's what we need. Remember that we need a cryptocurrency with a low market cap so that the chart doesn't look too interesting. That is a bull cycle. And during a bull cycle, everything goes up. A lot of people were yelling and kicking at me, saying that age bar looks like trash. And I was yelling back, saying that age bars were about to make a huge pass. This was about 5 cents. We know how the story ends. It went up and printed a 3, and it's no longer being run. The temperature's about to rise even more. Then that's what we look at. This is about KuCoin Gato and big right at the moment. It's trading at 0.07 insert wide range, super cheap. I'm not going to throw a crap ton of money at this problem. What I'm saying is that the chance to win a little money in the games is more important than anything else. And I told all of us that last night. It's very clear if we look at this chart on the TV. Okay, if we go back to this 10-cent area on IDEA is called Philosophy. It was put together on ASC 20. I put $1,000 into it. Its account number tells you when this chart breaks out, and it goes back to its era. From what you already know, it's an old haunt. My $1,000 will grow into $250,000. When I look at these things now, I either weigh too much or too little. The worst thing that could happen is that I lose $1,000. Right now, I don't even have a 4-store loss. I lose $300 in the worst case and $400 in the best case. With 1,000 greenbacks, I can make $250,000. Even if that $1,000 turns into $50,000, I still do a 50x. The one I talked about, TLN Luxury Network, is now a huge, huge win. It's at 3 cents, 500 million right now. This month, video games are starting to come out. There are reports that new alternate listings are on the way, as well as deck listings. However, there are only so many tokens available, and it may be easiest to price them at 1.5 million. What have you seen happen to drive up this price right now? To do 3 or 4 racks, it will only cost a few $1,000s. It's going to blow up, and you're getting fair warnings now because you know that RIP predictions are usually right on the mark. John Deaton says, 4 years ago, I talked to a financial advisor and asked him why he wasn't telling his clients to put 1% to 5% of their money into Bitcoin. I told him that Bitcoin had turned into stupid net cash, also known as idiot's gold. 2 years ago, when FTX went down, he started doing wrongdoing. During the call, he told me to keep working on my case or lawsuit against the SEC and let us handle the money matters. Shots were fired when I told him that more than 80% of my net worth is in Bitcoin. He told me to lose to Senator Warren because I was stupid and crazy. It was 4 months ago. I let him know. Bitcoin will go over $100,000 after Donald Trump is sworn in as president. He laughed. He has just called me. He asked for Bitcoin worth $904,500. Yes, that's correct. The true story of Ulster is a wonderful story. Everyone knows how this story generally ends. First, they laugh at you. Then they come knocking on your door and ask how they can get in and how they should buy. This is the video of the child who became famous. I'm not going to play for you anymore. He pretty much made a joke coin, live streamed it, got 30,000 comments going crazy, screamed yo a lot, and dumped all of us. I don't know what all the yo screaming is about. Now that it's 51 million tokens, 4 million people think someone made fun of him. Everyone started to buy it, and they used this kid as an example. But you know what? This kid is going to learn the hard way, because I promise him that someone is going to be knocking on his door. Parents can be sure that now digital prospectors answered this smoke dogs like sure Ripple has confirmed themselves. They work with more than 500 people. It's not true that parents have 500 Ripple friends. It's much higher than that now. Also, that information is pretty old. We know it's much higher than that now that we know it's coming out. Okay, I'll watch this movie. Without sound, you couldn't go through a financial institution ID. That's why Ripple gave over 500 financial institution IDs to all of Australia's banks' back-end paperwork. That's why, and now, I don't want to talk about it. It turned into a debate, then a conversation. Okay, that's a better way to put it. A discussion went around yesterday saying that this clearly means nothing. I added to the discussion and said that it meant something deeply. They then tried to use comparisons like the publisher office or your phone's fake book or an email comparison or an emailology. They tried to say things like, you have a lot of emails, but that doesn't mean you'll use them. I corrected them and said, I even have a lot of emails with the reason and rationale for using them. It's the same if I look at my cell phone. As it turns out, I have a lot of numbers in there. The reason I have the numbers is that I plan to call those people at some point. I don't just have random cell phone numbers in my phone because I'm never going to call them, right? There is a reason why Ripple took the time to change all of their back-end files to include all 500 unique